Hey y'all, it's Dalanie.
Hey.
Waiting for your line.
And it's Katie, and this is Classically Black Podcast.
Where we talk all things classical music and being black in the profession.
For now.
Well, sister, it's not the intro. Everyone's waiting for the trademark line.
It's not trademark. The show falling apart. Done dropped the mics. We got no camera, ain't no trademark.
That blooper will be going on Instagram. Just so y'all know.
Was it
It was recording.
I
I dropped it. Well, the mic fell. I don't know where. But
So we sound like Agent 626 then. You know. Trap beats in the background.
wow. I don't understand what you so mad for.
I'm not mad, I'm just pensive. Cause Dalanie just be
But when you was just right here talking about, come here, sister, come here.
and refuse my hug.
And you know why I did. Because you were being ridiculous.
I actually didn't know why you did.
Well,
I was having a moment and I felt bad immediately because they sent me something. I was like, oh my Shayla. You talking about that? When I was out here earlier?
And what you said.
Well, I meant what I said. I just didn't mean it like, I just blew it up. I've been saying the same thing. Like, girl, we got stuff we got to be doing. And I understand you going through this thing. But
what you said, you was like, I'm going through a lot too.
That was so funny.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Laugh. Yes, it was funny.
Nah.
And I want to hug it out. And Dalanie refused my hug.
Because I don't know. Nah, I'm good.
That's kind of crazy. In front of all these people. Sister, cause we are sisters.
We hanging on by a thread.
We stand together.
Do we?
We make up. Oh, come. We make up one big family. No, we don't look the same. Our spots are different colors.
Jesus.
Come.
I just want y'all to know, Katie.
Oh my gosh. Katie, what?
She just been a little different.
I've been the same.
So
writing if you've noticed any difference.
Well, that's not fair because they not around you the same way.
They not family. We hang out every week for over an hour.
But you stay on here. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna tell y'all this. And what can I tell y'all? You know, I don't want y'all in my business.
Y'all are starchily in my business.
They not in your business for real. They not in your business for real. We
they
can get them in your business.
They next to my business.
Not really.
You don't think so? You don't think they next to? I feel they're next to your business.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And but it's a particular part of your business. They not really not.
To be fair, there's a few particular parts.
See,
but they next to.
But they not next to that at all. And they ain't next to what's making you different. So
I'm not being different. I'm the same old Katie.
You just got a couple more sayings in your arsenal.
That was so funny. You should have laughed.
Before.
You should have laughed. That was funny.
Well,
that was so funny.
Well, we're getting into the news. So.
Oh, now we get into the news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting into the news. I'm gonna save this so that we can get through this faster.
Because.
Huh?
I said because.
Oh, all right. I forgot Katie. She got a night on the town.
I don't. That's not the reason. It's just that life has been arduous, and I'm tired of doing stuff.
All right, have your day tomorrow. So you have your day tomorrow. Remember when I asked you about your food, what you gonna eat on Saturday? And you said,
that was a reasonable answer.
How was that a reasonable answer?
You asked me if I was going to eat it, and I said no. I'll have plans.
That's not what you said, but okay. Let's get into the news this week. The New York Philharmonic has announced their 2024-25 concert season, and they've named cellist Sheku Kanneh-Mason. Ooh, 25-26. My bad. It says 24-25. That's why.
Oh,
that's a typo on their part. So
that's New York Times.
No, Violent Channel. That's a typo on their part. My bad. Well, they're bad, but my bad for not registering it. 25-26 season. They've named cellist Sheku Kanneh-Mason as their Marion James G. Wallach Artist in Residence. The role is currently held by Hilary Hahn, so he's going to be, doing the next season. He's going to be performing 2 orchestral programs with the New York Phil, including Shlomo, conducted by Gustavo Dudamel, and Elgar's cello concerto. So Shlomo is going to be on April 30th to May 2nd, 2026. And then Elgar is going to be May 27th to 30th, 2026 as well. He's also going to be giving a recital as part of their Artist Spotlight series in March of 2026, along with his sister, Isata Kanneh-Mason, doing works by Mendelssohn, Boulanger, Schumann, and Rebecca Clark. So shout out to him. Congratulations to him for that. You saw that? Oh, yeah, I sent this to you.
Ooh, jump scare. I was like, why he on your screen?
United States Vice President J.D. Vance attended a concert at the Kennedy Center recently along with his wife. They just so to me. And they were booed. Of course, we've been talking. Right. I said, wake that up. Wake that up.
Man.
I said,
America gonna be all right. Well,
I was like, classical music finna be all right. Yeah. But I was just like, they, we'll link the article so y'all can see the video, and he's so corny. He started waving. I'm just like,
wait, I didn't see the video. It's on that article?
Yeah, it's right here. Y'all not gonna be able to see it, but it's just them coming into the thing and sitting down, and then he starts waving and all that. And
it's mad people booing.
Yeah, a lot of people booing. That's right. There you go. Yeah. So it'll be in the description if y'all want to see it. I can't really say what I want to say. I
said I would stop saying stuff.
To say somebody. I'm gonna just say, because I didn't say this. I saw it on the internet. Somebody went outside the theater where Abraham Lincoln, and they put out some Cheetos and something else, and it was like giving an offering to the spirit of John Wilkes Booth.
That's insane.
Why would he want some Cheetos?
Y'all better not play with them folks down there at the CIA, girl.
So, but they said that, and I mean, I don't remember. I think it was either on TikTok or Twitter. I don't know. But
God, imagine your man getting booed. That's so embarrassing, girl. That's how you want to go down.
I mean, they booing you too, girl, because you suck as well. She's so and apparently her mom is an administrator at UC San Diego, I think, and she pushed some DEI stuff forward. I'm like, so how y'all feel? And y'all immigrants? How y'all feel about
she
this
pushed stuff forward?
Yeah, forward in her tenure there. She still worked there. The mom. Yeah. So
that's why this whole thing I don't understand how this working.
But it's like, that's her mom. Maybe she different. And also, yeah, it's just a lot of stuff to go through.
Politics means something to me because, like, you're not coming back to my house.
Yeah.
like,
y'all just so, because people are like, I feel like a lot of times when it be like women who are married to men like this, people be like, she probably secretly hates him, and I'm like, also they know they be on that same type of time,
but they be on the same time.
Like when they was like, when that whole thing was going around, when people was like, oh, white women, your husband don't have to know who you voted for. Why are you married to him? Like, if you gotta secretly vote and your husband is a huge Trump supporter and you whatever, I mean, barring any, of course, like abusive type stuff, like barring anything like that, like. They be like, oh, well, you can secretly be a crusader. How about you out loud be a crusader and tell this nigga to go fuck himself and get a divorce?
Like, what?
Like, y'all just... There was a whole thing going around, and I don't even want to get re-irritated about it, but it was like basically like this this guy, like there was a heirloom, like a rocking chair in his family, and he really wanted it to be in the nursery for his kid. And everybody was like on the side of like, no, because the wife didn't want to use it. And I was like, oh, I didn't think she had to use it. Like, you could just be in there, like, you know, whatever. And people was like, he's gonna make her use it and all this type of stuff. Now, what I didn't know is that this dude was actually like a bigot. I didn't know that. So I was just, you know, it was just on Twitter. So I was like, oh, I don't really see the harm in it being in there. But then somebody comes through and is like, well, oppressing women, and why would you say that? And you actually don't know who you're defending and all this type of stuff. And they was like, she shouldn't have to suffer through that. And I'm just like, first of all, if this man is a bigot, like, I don't understand why you acting like she a damsel in distress. Like, she know who she married.
Right.
Like, she probably on the same type of time.
Right.
Like,
they be on the same time.
I don't understand why y'all always want to make somebody a damsel in distress. Like, no, they be evil too. They be right there with like, that's a powerful woman.
Yeah.
A very powerful woman. And she been that for a long time. So, actually, it's fuck her too. Real bad. So, they got booed. And then, I meant to pull this up. This man, Richard Grinnell, who, he was named as the new president of the Kennedy Center by Donald Trump. He said, this video should challenge us all to commit to making the Kennedy Center a place where everyone is welcome. Crazy, because y'all just canceled all them performances.
That is so... Like, I can't.
Y'all be delusional. He said, it troubles me to see that so many in the appearance appears to be white and intolerant of diverse political views. Diversity is our strength. We must... at that point, I was like, okay, is he being sarcastic? Like... At that point, I was like, he got to be being sarcastic.
Y'all got it. I don't know.
He said, we must do better. We must welcome everyone. We will not allow the Kennedy Center to be an intolerant place. So I was like, oh, so he got jokes is what I'm hearing from this. Because...
Okay, girl.
Because they followed that up in the next paragraph. The center has recently canceled a number of planned performances, including Gay Men's Chorus of Washington and the children's musical Finn, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. Like... y'all got it, and I hope that y'all meet that same type of reception every time y'all try to go anywhere for recreation. And obviously, y'all are filthy rich, y'all are in power, whatever. Like to a certain extent, like there's only so much we can do to make y'all uncomfortable. Like y'all could have, y'all could bring the orchestra to y'all house, like with the money y'all got. But I hope that y'all meet this, because what I was really hoping, I don't know, I didn't see any information. I checked Classic FM, which where I originally saw it, in the violin channel, and I saw the video, but I didn't see anything about how it died down. Because I was like, what I would really have, I would want them to be booing so much they had to cancel the concert. Ooh, that would be tea. That would be tea. Like they would not stop. Y'all would have to carry me out of there. You're right. look, you know, in the shows when you get on the door handle, you like, you get away real quick. Like, oh my gosh. And it's just like, I wonder how, as a musician, like, what's the age situation? Because a little walk off could be tea too.
But you know, we already talked about this. Not for now.
Yeah, they're not for now. But that would have been tea, because it's just like they really attacking your stuff.
Because now I'm paying for JD Vance.
Like actually, my string broke. Sorry.
Yeah, like I could. It's like if JD Vance was in the audience somewhere I was at, I'd rather sweep the beach.
Like,
right? Like, how could I?
You know, I'm playing everything out of tune.
Right.
But my strings, I'm gonna be going to all of them.
Right.
It's gonna sound crazy.
Like,
it's gonna sound like that boom boom cat. So. They should invite him to that opera they was doing in Germany where they was cooking the flesh.
Yeah.
Go to that
and see if he want to audition.
That part.
I don't understand that. Why do you want to participate in the arts? There's not like you hate the arts. Why are you here?
Well, but they don't, because they was playing. They hate the arts if it got to do with anybody black or brown or a woman. But I think they was playing Shostakovich, so he was like, fine.
Which is also like ironic.
But I forgot what was they playing? They was playing Shostakovich. What? Oh, I think
5. I wish.
Oh yeah, here we go. Shostakovich Violin Concerto No. 2 and Petrushka. That's
no, I think I have that. No, I mean that's tea. Good.
All right. And then last piece of news is informal. But you know what I found out the other day? Last night, randomly, I was down an Instagram rabbit hole. Two Set Violin is going on tour.
Okay, so for the intermission this week, I don't want to do this.
No. I just thought, I was like, wait, weren't y'all done?
I don't want to do this.
And then I checked today because I was like, oh, I gotta remember to say this because we talked about it and we haven't talked about it since. That was a while ago. It was like months ago, wasn't it? Yeah. I randomly came across somebody that put on their story. I was like,
is this old? Well, y'all not even famous enough to do this. Like,
they put all their stuff back up on the YouTube and relisted it and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, so what was all that for?
What was that for?
It was for, they didn't say, wow. They was like, wow, we taking a step back from social media. But I'm like, but y'all been posting still after you said that. Even after, I'm not even talking about that initial post. Like, sometimes since after we stopped following it, they posted again after they, they was putting out all those videos as like a farewell gift to they people. They posted again, was like, yeah, we're taking a step back. But then y'all kept posting, and they going on a whole North American. They finna be LA. They finna be do some big symphonies. They finna be in Seattle Symphony, Vancouver Symphony, I think.
Doing what?
Like, I mean, they be playing. I guess they got some type of show. Because they've been on tour before. So they're doing their North American, their dates are out. They're coming to LA, sister. I don't know if they're going with the LA feel.
I'm busy, though.
I don't know if they're doing that LA feel. Well, let's
no, but I'm not free.
See.
I'm not free, and also like we gotta keep going with the
let's
show.
Just see.
But I'm not free.
But we don't know which
but I know.
day. We don't know which day.
But I
so
but I
let's
know
just go
that.
ahead and see.
But there's no point. I'm not available.
Are you free
No.
on?
I'm booked. I'm not available.
Ooh, they don't got the exact dates. They just got the month. They're coming to LA in July. Want to go for your birthday? Ooh, pre-sales coming up. Oh wait, they do have the dates.
I'm not available.
Disney Hall. I'm so damn nosy. I kind of want to go, but I don't want to go for her money though. I'm so nosy. Because I want to know what do they do. I could find a video on YouTube.
When are they coming to LA? I'm not free in July.
At all?
Or whatever month you said.
You're not free at all?
No.
Are you free on July 18th?
Genuinely, no, actually.
What about the day before?
I called that in.
That was not the actual date. I was hoping to get you to say you was free on another day, so then I could.
No. When is it?
July 17th. That's my grandma's birthday, so I'm probably not free.
That's how you want to celebrate your grandmother by
Okay, I just said
being
I'm
away
probably
from
not
her.
free. I just said I'm probably not free then.
How'd they get Disney Hall?
Because they do San Francisco Symphony. 2 days to San Francisco Symphony. Like, I'm like, they doing big. That's pretty big. Oh, I might be in Seattle when they're in Seattle Symphony. I actually might could get comps for that. But I'm good. It's like I'm curious, but I'm not curious enough to sit through an entire concert of it. Like, I just want to know what they finna do.
Like, what they be doing?
That's what I want to know.
And you know what? I'm not trying to be whatever, everybody on their own journey, but y'all see the humor that they accepted in classical music? That corny, weird, I never matured past 8th grade humor. That's the humor they take.
That's why I want, like, yeah, I'm curious what they finna do. And then I'm also, like, if I was one of their fans, I'd be kind of irritated, though, because they did that whole farewell sale for their merch. I'm like, people buying up their stuff thinking that, like, it's never
corny
coming back again, or like what? I'm like, what are people spending a lot of money, or like, it just seemed kind of weird to make it seem like you was never. They just they literally said the last piece of content will post as 2-set violin. That's why we was like, well, the as 2-set violin thing. But y'all also was posting more content as 2-set violin.
And also, you did all of this rah rah and all of this like perfunctory, like, oh, we done. You have to schedule this stuff at least a year in advance. So you did all that knowing that you're corny and weird.
I think, dang, what was I just about to say? Oh, I think maybe what they're thinking, I think maybe they're stopped doing like videos and stuff like that. So that's what they mean by content. But it's like, y'all still posting on social media. They're just not doing, actually, I don't know. That's my guess, is that they're not doing, like, they used to be doing videos and reactions, all that type of stuff. Maybe they're not doing that sort of thing. It's crazy, though, because they said that it was about being on social media. And I'm like, y'all definitely make enough money to hire somebody to do that for you. And I know that they have a team, because I've seen them post like, oh, we hiring or something like that. I've seen that before. So they definitely have a team. I guess maybe they were just the type that couldn't really stay away from seeing what people say about them on the internet. But I don't know. But yeah, I just thought that was like, that's random. What y'all going on? I mean,
somebody go and let us know how it is,
because I suspect they're definitely not doing no LA Field stuff, because I feel like it would say, because it says San Francisco Symphony, it says Seattle Symphony, then it says Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Mm.
You know, so Vancouver Symphony, New Jersey. Yeah.
When they gonna be in New Jersey?
October 5th.
Aurora.
And we in Atlanta on Halloween. Toronto Symphony. DC. We could make that the weekend of our DC trip.
Why would we sully? No. Let's move on.
I'll surprise you with tickets.
What a waste of money. I mean, I'm happy for them. Like that's cool. I just like they've punched down on black music. They're weird. So I'm like, it has something like, and also heard because they don't be serious either. So, but they also, to be fair to them, they've been in the game longer. So I can give respect to that.
And they play. That's a big thing. But yeah, I mean, that's why if I see something, I'll be like, what they doing? Because it's I feel like there are a few people that's been able, actually there's no one that's been able to make a career in the way that they have. There are people that have parts of it, but like they're pretty unique in the scale and everything that they've been able to do. Because to be able to do a tour like that, that's just their North American dates. I know they're gonna do Europe and they're gonna do Asia, you know. So and they're gonna do Australia because they're from over there. So like, period. But okay.
Anyway, intervention short this week. I just want to know, like, when you go to the bar, add a little, like, you're at Sphinx. Well, that's really all place would be. We don't be at Gateways.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of where we be, or like any classical music social. But I haven't really been to no classical music social event outside of, well, the obvious one, but I'm not going to say that we both share. That's hilarious. You really can't think about it. The musical event that we both share. The reason why we've been batch recording.
Oh, girl, I wasn't even thinking musical, like nothing.
I mean, to be fair, sure,
but I mean, it is musical. I wouldn't even think about that at all, especially because I'm not an attendee. But okay,
what are you ordering at the bar?
When I go to a bar, I just get a Coke because I know they have it. That's really it. Unless when that one time we went to, this wasn't classical music, but that party that we went to, that I was your +1. That party that we went to,
God,
they had. Well, hold. I did that for your sake. I could wake it up, but
you were my +1. Well, what are we waking up, sister?
And I was gonna say something in addition to that related to it. It was on topic. But I just. My dear friend.
Now you my dear friend.
Well, I'm trying to, but
okay. Just say what you're saying. Just say what you're saying.
I was gonna say at that thing they had that signature drink and it sounded good, and I just asked them to make it without alcohol. So, but most of the time I'm just gonna get a Coke.
But you've been in your mocktail era. You wouldn't order a mocktail?
Well, that's what that was. I'm saying like
no, I'm saying would you order one? Like, cause that was like on the house type of thing. Like,
yeah.
Cause did you order one when we were in Detroit? A mocktail?
Did they have them? I don't know if they had them. If they have them, I might try. I have ordered one before.
I wonder if mocktails are going to become a type of thing where you could just be like, because so many people are moving away from drinking. I'm wondering if it's like can you just go to the bar and be like, can I have a virgin XYZ, and they'll do it without being like, okay, you know?
Yeah.
My go-to thing is probably like a Diet Coke, tequila Diet Coke, something like that. Because summertime is coming, trying to, be outside. I gotta be so. But the reason why we asked that is the topic. I asked that is because of the topic. We're talking about drinking and classical music.
Well, there was an article that came out by Hugh Morris, and I Care If You Listen, a couple years ago about classical music's, quote, drinking problem. And it was basically about how the drinking culture in classical music has become kind of consuming for some people. Of course, people don't drink for a number of reasons. Some people, for religious reasons, for, maybe they have had problems with alcohol in the past and whatever. And it's basically about how classical music and the social aspect of it can be difficult to navigate for people who do not drink, because drinking is so embedded into the culture. So in the article, he kind of lays that out and also offers some of his ideas about what could we do as a culture to make it less, imposing on people who do not drink, and make those people feel like they, or not feel like they're left out, or that they're missing out on opportunities or anything like that, because they can't or won't participate in those sort of activities. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We'll link the article so you guys can read it if you haven't, but we're just gonna start off with talking about how we've seen that like drinking culture manifest in the spaces that we've been in classical music.
I feel like when we were preparing, I feel like I didn't really even notice that drinking was like a huge part of classical music, because and I was trying to figure out like where does it start, because like when in undergrad, I think because like drinking is such an inherent part of undergraduate culture, like when you play a concert in undergrad, people would just be like, okay, we're gonna go drink, but that's what college students do anyway. Like this concert took up like a good part of your Saturday night, and so now you want to go make up time. But me, like, I wasn't even really drinking like that in undergrad. So, like, people were going to get food. I'd be like, we finna go eat. Like, we can go eat. And I'm like, and we're at the restaurant. I'm not getting a drink because I didn't really want one. But I think when I moved into professional space, that's definitely a part of it. It's like you do a rehearsal. People are like, just go hang out at the bar after. Or, like, after a concert, people are going to go hang out at the bar. And so I definitely noticed it. I definitely noticed it then, like in professional settings where like at the end of the day, everyone's heading to the bar.
Yeah, I feel like professional settings is not really my experience, because I just haven't been in it. As far as college, yes, like people just be drinking in college, like, cause there was a lot of alcohol around, like just going to studio parties, people playing drinking games, and like even our teacher would come and be drinking. Like you just bring alcohol, so like some wine or something like that. Like at the Christmas party or something like that. Because everybody in here,
yeah, I was lit. I don't think when in undergrad we had studio parties. They will be at our teacher's house, so she's obviously not gonna give underage.
Undergrad, yeah. Underage, yeah.
Yeah, and then we did like one studio party, and I think it was like a viola studio party, and it was like at what was that pizza spot with the dude that looked like
Stromboli's?
Yeah, we did one there, and there was no alcohol there because the Eastman was paying, or whatever the viola, whatever budget they had, they was paying for it. Those were like the only. And Kate did a studio party every year, but it was never drinking because it was like at her house or like something like that. And then my other studio, it was the pandemic, and I wasn't finna go to that anyway, even if it was bright sales. Sorry. Was not finna go. Life is so short. Why would I spend time doing that? Ooh, I would have got busy.
Yeah, but I feel like my studio hung out a lot, not even just because like there was the end of year, I think they did maybe something end of year, and then also Christmas. But all in between that, like people was hanging out all the time, in like after studio class or just in general, we having people over on the weekend or something like that. Well, they having people over, but you know what I mean. And there was always alcohol there. Then of course there was parties and stuff like that going on. They was drinking there. But it's like, yeah, college students drink. So
yeah, I mean, people just be partying and stuff like that. Like I wasn't really paying attention to it. Whereas now, it's like we were talking to someone and they were like, yeah, like it's kind of a part of it. Like I knew it would be a part of this thing, and I was like, oh, I didn't even really think about that, because it is kind of a part of it, I guess. Like,
I mean, yeah, I wonder if you was in your non-drunken era when you was older in those professional settings, maybe you would have noticed it more. Because before it was just like everybody drinking. It's not really, it didn't feel classical music specific. But if you was in, because now it's like, if it's part of it now, then it doesn't really matter, because you could just have a drink and it wouldn't feel that type of way. I feel like when I was in undergrad, the only time it really felt like anything, it didn't feel anything like, oh, I gotta take a sip, so then, you know, like it just never gave that. But the time it was most noticeable is when they wanted to play like drinking games, because like in drinking games the whole stakes is that you have to take a drink. Yeah. So if I'm playing the game and it's like I have no stakes, oh, I'm gonna take a shot of water. Like,
I mean, but to be fair, because when I was in undergrad, I was not drinking, and my friends wanted me to be included. So I would, when I did Flippy Cup, it would be water. It would be but I only played that game like, because like when not Flippy Cup, the beer pong. Why y'all drinking that beer when that ball is going everywhere and everything is sticky and gross? But yeah, my friends would be like, I would just take a shot of water. Like they just want to, like, that's why I don't really feel like, I know people do feel pressure, and maybe we could talk about that, because since you don't drink, but like I never, because I stand my ground. Like I've always done Katie. I'm not saying like, oh, you're so weak, you don't do you. I'm just saying from where I'm sitting, like I've always been very like, I already said I'm not doing this. So you could ask me again, I could just say the same thing, or we could just move on. So I think like when I was like, oh, hey, it was like, oh, Katie don't drink. Like, oh, we know Katie don't drink. It was like a thing, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, I don't. And then it was like, okay, well, we're gonna play this game. You want to play with just some water? And it was just like that was just like it. So like now when I will have a drink, I never feel like I have to, because sometimes I'm gonna be like, I don't want anything, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would play, but it's just different. Like,
it is different.
Yeah, like because like it's the whole thing. Like if I lose, I get the answer wrong. Like it just doesn't have the same stakes, you know, like as somebody that has to drink. I guess that's the only time it really came up, because that's the only time, like, if you have new people around, that has to be restated, because like once people know you don't drink, they just know you don't drink. And it never gave people like drink. Like,
yeah, I've never been like, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered, but like, yeah, I just would have never. I would never talk to you.
You're talking to two people that's just not
like,
finna do
girl, you could.
I'm not finna do it.
So. I already said I ain't doing it. Like, you wasting your time, you making me mad. I'm never gonna talk to you again. You being weird. But I remember we were at Spoleto. There was someone in our circle who didn't drink hard liquor. So when we were playing Mozart in the Jungle, it's like they were just playing their excerpts, because it's like there's no stakes for you. Like when you mess this excerpt,
you was on some real classical music stuff. I was playing.
Okay, that game is so nerdy, but it is so fun. That game is so fun. Like,
I don't even know what you just said, excerpt. I don't even know how to play that, but
it's just like a cute little name. Like, you really just you have to play an excerpt, and if you make a mistake, any mistake,
I was about to say, so
you can take a shot.
I might as well just take the shot.
And that's why and then I remember like one time, not to put a business out there, but Cora kept playing my girl the shot, because that Mendelssohn was not on the string, was on the string. It was Largo, girl. That was fun. Shout out to Cora. I had that game is so fun, because this is so freaking nerdy. Like, what do you mean playing an excerpt? And obviously, like, my friends, like, who I was there, shout out to Big Leto, all respectful people. I respect those people. They respect me. So it never gave, we 10 shots in. You have like your very expensive instrument in your hand. So it was just like a couple of rounds. It wasn't nothing crazy. What's on a juggle fun? I gotta find somebody to play with it. I don't know nobody in LA who got extras under their fingers. I barely got extras under my fingers, because I feel like my break. I check in to see if I still got it. The last time I checked in, that Mendelssohn was a little precarious. But I want to play that. And you know the girls be doing. They be doing. Have you been invited to a chamber music, like you drink and do chamber music?
Have I been invited to one or have I gone?
Fine, either.
I've
never done one.
I've been invited. Well, I don't know if they was drinking, but I've been invited to let's read through some stuff.
Yeah, you read, but like you drink while you do it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think that drinking was like a part of the invitation or anything.
I also went to school in the middle of nowhere, so it was kind of it was a bunch of like.
Oh, they was doing that.
I mean, at that time, I was like, I mean, I'll come, but I'm not finna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never really gave. I'm finna drink. I feel like, but then also there's people with different like reasons. I feel like it's hard for me to remember just because I'm not in environments like that anymore, and I haven't been for a couple years now. But I feel like I remember some people can be weird about you not drinking because they don't know why. So like I'm very forward with the fact that like I just simply don't want to. It's nothing like I don't care if you drink around me as long as you're not doing too much. Because before I was like I don't care if you drink around me, and then I was chasing a friend and her roommate through the streets when they was pulling their dresses up at 3:00 in the morning. And then I was like, okay, well I care if you drink this much around me.
Yeah.
But like in general, like it's not gonna be like it's not I have a pass type stuff, which is fine if you got a pass, but like it's nothing like that. So, but sometimes when you say you don't drink, they be, like you know, and it's like, but
I remember one person they didn't drink, and they're like, I was like, okay. And they were like, you want to know the story? I was like, that's
not the story.
And it's just like, baby, it's fine.
Sometimes they want to tell the story. That's what it sounds like.
It's like, I think a rule of thumb with Katie is I don't really care what you be doing. Like, in general. Just like, okay, what you got going on? Like, respectfully.
Writing that down. Katie doesn't care.
You could drink, you could not drink, you could go up, you could go down. Like, I care about my friends. I care about people, like, as a baseline. But, like, girl, as long as you ain't being weird, you ain't drinking no gasoline, like, girl.
Because people be doing a little bit too much. So, yeah. I think that I can see it being harder for people who have some sort of reason, you know, some kind of traumatic reason or something like that behind why they don't drink or whatever. But other than that, I'm just kind of chilling. Y'all not finna make me.
You can't make me do nothing. Peer pressure was never. I'll be like, I'm fine. I'm gonna lose.
Y'all gonna have to.
No. Like,
yeah, and I can see some people who like, who are more susceptible to peer pressure.
But there are things you could do, like, because I've never, because I remember I was talking to a friend who's in a profession that drinking is a culture, and I remember talking to them about it, and they were like, no, okay, you don't understand, like, I have to figure out, because their thing was that they like fruity fun drinks, like Sex on the Beach, a margarita, but if you're working in a corporate setting, you go to the bar, everybody else is drinking a Manhattan, freaking scotch on the rocks, and you got your umbrella drink, it just looks away. I didn't think it did, but they were trying to figure out like what to order, because I have to figure out what drink, because I just can't be mingling. I'm just like, there are things you could do. I mean, if you order a Coke in a I forgot the name of the glass, but in a smaller glass, like we would order a regular scotch or whatever in, it would just look like, if people be like, oh, what are you drinking? Like, oh, I'm drinking a rum and Coke. Like if it really like you don't want to drink, but you don't want nobody pushing you or pressing you, rather, you could just order that, or you can order like a tonic water, and it would just look like you're having a drink.
That is really fascinating to me. Cause I'm like, why are we doing theater now? Like it's fascinating to me, because I was talking to one of my professors in grad school. This was a issue. I felt like that he was really like passionate about creating a space that was like safe for people that had issues with alcoholism or just didn't want to drink or couldn't drink for any kind of reason. And his whole thing was like festivals, like like big music festivals and stuff like that. And so they created like these non-drinking areas, and they also created like they have certain things, non-alcoholic drinks that come in like a beer looking can and all that type of stuff. But I was just like, I mean, I get it. I guess if you don't want to like talk about why you don't drink or something like that, but like it never occurred to me that it was that deep to have something that looks like it has alcohol in it but doesn't. But like I'm just baffled by that a little bit, because I'm like, what's like, I guess if the culture is to go out and get drinks, there's still things that you can drink at a bar that are not alcohol. And is it like, I really want to know, like, what is the feeling? What is maybe it's not so dire as to be consequences, but like, what is the effect of people seeing you with not alcohol? Like,
I think I've heard, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've heard people say like it makes you look like you're not a team player because everybody else is like a little bit looser and that whole thing, like, don't never trust a sober one. It's like, I think it's like that kind of thing. It's like everybody else, and I don't agree with that. I'm just saying, because it's just like, it's not up to me for you to hold your inhibitions, like that's. But I could see where that came from. It's like everybody else drinking and you not. It's like, okay, like, like, it makes you seem like you're not a team player. Now me, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. So,
because what's the team? What the team playing? Like, I just
because everybody's drinking and you not. And we said we're coming out for drinks. We're saying we're coming out for drinks, and you're not getting a drink. Yeah. Now the whole like, but I don't know. Like, if you're in, no one in corporate America says, but like. I'm curious, like, how high the stakes are. Maybe I'll ask my friend, like, how high are the stakes that, like, if you decide, because I feel like reasonably, people don't be reasonable, but like reasonably, no one's really finna press you, like, regardless where you are, to be like, you need to get a drink, you need to get a drink. Like, if you say you're not drinking, like, because you don't know why people are not drinking. But, yeah, it really gives like, oh, dang, like, everybody else getting loose and you not.
Dang. I felt the most I could see. I felt that way about being introverted in entertainment, but because it's like, oh, I'm not really trying to go out with y'all, and I feel like there's the not feeling like you're missing out on opportunities or stuff, because that's the time for people to bond or like make connections and stuff like that. So maybe that's how people feel, like it's just more of a bonding thing where everybody drinking and you not drinking. I guess. I was like, dang, I'm not y'all the drink police? Like, dang, it's strict around here. The opposite way.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe people can weigh in. People always be texting me, so I'll see what people say. But like, because like, if I don't feel like drinking, I'm just not gonna. It's like, oh no, I'm good. And it's no one. I've never experienced no one being like, "What you mean you good?" I've never.
But also, I'm good and I don't drink. It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
too.
That's true.
So maybe they just assume you're not drinking tonight. You got early morning. Like, it's just so many different things that can go into it. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should start saying that, because I say I don't drink because I don't want you to offer me again. Just people just know I don't drink. But
yes, but I'm good. Yeah. I'm good for now, and it's just over. Maybe I wonder. I mean. Yeah, but also I feel like there's such a huge like push. I'm curious to see how it manifests like everywhere. I think it's pretty small right now about people like people are choosing not to drink more and more. So I'm wondering how that will manifest in classical music. Will it? But there's like so much like alcohol free stuff and like, alcohol free beer, and which was like when I was in college, that was like a joke. Like people would just be joking about it, but like now it's a thing. Like. I tried a alcohol free. I got sent a alcohol free champagne, which I'm gonna try today because my friend is Daniel fasting, which is like, God gonna have to see my heart because I'm already vegan. It's like Daniel was eating berries and nuts and all type of stuff. So there's that, and also like my mom doesn't drink. Like I'm used to being around that. My mom doesn't drink, so we gonna keep doing that, or we gonna do the show?
We doing the show. You was still talking.
I'm done talking.
Okay. Well, you know how it is.
Oh, what?
The champagne.
Oh, we have to try it too. I have two. We were supposed to do it on Galentine's, and we never did.
We did?
We were supposed to. There was so much going on.
That went through a whole lot of different iterations. Like, we was having fondue, then we was doing it, like, and then I don't know what, I can't even remember all the stuff we was finna do.
Because it gave too much. It was like, by the time we do all that fondue, and I think how it went was the best way.
Years ago, I bought a alcohol-free, I think it was an alcohol-free rosé.
Oh.
Or something like that.
I remember
when you bought that. From the grocery store. It was years ago. It was either some type of wine or I think it was rosé. And it kind of tasted like alcohol to me.
Oh.
Which I was like, now that I'm really dumb. I'm like, so we doing the theater 2 times. Like, why we gotta, what's the obsession? Like, it had an alcohol-ish taste, which I was like, I can see who this might be for. But also, I feel like if you drink, like, you gotta drink, like, you're alcoholic or something like that. Like, now you taste this, now you reminiscing on the real thing. Now I feel like,
you might as
well
also,
I don't know what that feels like. You know, maybe for some people, maybe it's like having a nicotine pack, or maybe it's like vaping instead of smoking cigarettes, which that's kind of one and the same, ain't it? Because some vapes be having nicotine in it.
Which I thought y'all was, I be green sometimes. I thought it was y'all.
Or maybe an e-cigarette. There's something that's supposed to be less. It's maybe not good for you, but it's less than smoking a straight cigarette. So maybe it's that. It's like, it tastes like alcohol. It kind of scratches a certain itch. But I felt like I don't know. There's a lot of different types of being addicted to alcohol. There's some people, the itch could be being inebriated, or the itch is like, the taste maybe reminds you of that. Maybe it's like a placebo.
Because I had a friend who doesn't like taste alcohol but likes feeling drunk. Which, like, I ain't here to judge. That always alarms me when they say that, because I'm just like, yo, that's a lot. It's a little heavy.
Same. But I think, maybe it's like a placebo. Like, if you're not drinking, you're not getting drunk, but this reminds you of, and so maybe you start feeling a little drunk even though you're not drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's what it's for. Because I was like, I don't like to taste alcohol. It's nasty to me. So I'm like, when I had that, I'm pretty sure I finished it because I paid for it. I'm finna finish it. But so it wasn't like all the way to the side of tasting like alcohol, but it was so many years. It's like maybe like 2019, 2020, something like that. So I really don't remember a whole lot. But I would try something like that again just to see. I mean, I usually just drew apple cider. Like, if I'm like celebrating for something, New Year's, anything like that, I would just buy a bottle of apple cider. Love apple cider.
That's why I was at this wedding expo with a friend, and we tried like champagne. I'm gonna let you be great.
I can't listen intently.
You never listen to me intently.
I don't. I do.
I'm gonna let her be great. And we tried one, and it was like tea based, so it tasted a little bit like fizzy tea, which was
like kombucha,
but not that strong.
I was about to say maybe
it's like muted
alcohol type, because kombucha has naturally occurring alcohol, but it's not like you don't need an ID to buy kombucha.
Right.
Like, it doesn't.
Kombucha's so tea.
Oh, you like kombucha?
Yeah, I don't buy it often.
I love kombucha. I ran out. I'm like, and I started having to buy more because I'm like, I can't be running out of kombucha. Because like, I have a juice in the refrigerator because I was at my mom's house. She's like, you want that? And I was like, fine, because I don't have nothing else, and I'll be wanting something fruity. I can't make a smoothie after, to be considerate. So I'm like, I'll be wanting something, but I'm trying to cut out, not completely, but like, not really do soda, juice, but I'm gonna have kombucha and water and smoothies, basically all that I drink. Every time I see a new flavor, I'm like, let me pick that up. I be having a spread.
I'll be going through phases with kombucha. I haven't had kombucha in a while.
My sister put me on.
It's good. But I feel like when I tasted it, I'm like, I could see why somebody would want this at their wedding, because it's like everyone's taking when it's time for a toast. But I feel like the people who didn't drink would just prefer to have sparkling apple cider, than having this. Like it tasted fine. It didn't taste no type of way, but it was just like you could just do apple cider.
I remember there was this podcast and people was on this lady's head because she was mad because she went to a wedding and they didn't have an open bar.
They did not.
And she was like, she said, oh, I think she was like kind of kidding, but also like the way she said it just came out really like dry. She was like, came and brought all these gifts and it's like a waste, all this type of stuff, like kind of like that. She was like mad, like we put all this money to come to your wedding, you can't even give us an open bar. I was like, oh, y'all would hate because I don't drink. I don't see the point of even having alcohol at my wedding. It's not for y'all.
Like, right. Like, I mean, that doesn't sound strange to me because I've been to plenty of weddings without open bars. First of all, they're kind of expensive. Secondly, like, people don't drink.
Like, fuck y'all. But like,
if people don't drink, like my mom when she got married, like there was no open bar.
Mm-hmm.
What would my mother have open bar for?
Yeah, it's like if I don't drink, like my wedding, respectfully, not about y'all. So like, and I get it, you want to like you have your guests, but it's just like I don't like when y'all act like you can't go one night without drinking. You can drink before you get here. Oh, don't drink before you get here, but like not too much. Like, but you can, or drink when you get home. Like you really telling me this one day you coming to my wedding is ruined because you can't have some damn alcohol? Actually, you might need to talk to that lady. Like, I don't like when people act like you cannot go out and do anything without drinking. Mm-hmm. Then I start to looking at you sideways. And now y'all calling me judgy. But I just feel like,
especially like it's not your event. Like it's an event.
Yeah. It's like, dang, you act like you never finna feel the sweet taste of alcohol ever again on your tongue. Like it don't be that deep. Like, well, yeah.
Well, do you think drinking in classical music is a problem?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say.
It's hard to say because I haven't felt that pressure, and also because there's nothing behind my not drinking that is gonna make it like so difficult for me. I wanted to tell you about this story I had to go off on because of that whole drinking game thing. I was drinking like not water and he tried to like tip the cup. He was like, yeah, I had to go off. You wasn't there. You didn't come. You was there. This is when we was there in 2017. We was both working at that same place.
At school? Let's only time we work together.
For summer.
Oh.
There. Yeah.
Was it the dude that I also had to go off on?
No.
I'm like, that's two strikes. Okay.
No.
Wait, so where was I at?
I think you didn't want to come because it was kind of late. You didn't want to come. It was actually in our suite.
Oh yeah, that sounded like I was gonna be in the bed.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't know you.
You didn't what?
I didn't know your people like that. Like I wasn't.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of people over. Yeah. I had to go off on him, and I was for the night after that because you're not finna like. It was weird to me, like because he was like, "You not drinking, like you." Like, because it was basically that, like, the stakes are higher for the rest of us. Like, nah, you got to do more because you're not drinking. I'm just like, nigga, if you don't back up off of me, like, you're doing a lot. And you getting kind of, and that's exactly why I'm like, never mind. No, I can't say that. I was going to say, maybe you should put the cup down because you acting kind of rowdy right now. Like, yeah, you here to take care of kids. So maybe you should. Not too much. And you ain't been back. So, yeah, but, so, I don't know. I don't think it's a problem in like. It's hard to say because I'd be so like, I have a tendency to be a little prudish about stuff like that. I try not to because I had to calibrate when I went to college about drugs and alcohol in general because of my upbringing. It was very much like you do drugs, you're finna die, and you can't like whatever. So to me. You been smoking weed, you might as well be a crackhead in my book. Like,
okay, that's like half the listeners.
You said what?
That's like half the listeners.
No, but I'm saying that was years ago. And then I went to college because none of my friends, I think I had one friend that smoked weed when I was in high school. And then I went to college, I was like, oh, okay, y'all just be doing this. Like, it's literally fine. Like, So, I had to also calibrate like that for alcohol as well. But I do think that like, I think, and I also think some people they naturally grow out of that heavy drinking thing that they're doing in college.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
because like you gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, like people they just grow out of it. Some people like that. But I've also seen, like, I knew somebody in college who they was dealing with some stuff in terms of injuries and couldn't play no more. And I noticed how much they started drinking. Like, a lot. They started drinking more and more and getting to, like, you scaring me a little bit, you know, type stuff. So I do think it can be a breeding ground for stuff like that. But I also think, like, sometimes, you know, people, they just grow up and they just calibrate, you know.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a problem because from where I'm sitting, it's not. Like, my friends drink, but it never gave, like, you waking up at 5 minutes before rehearsal with vomit on your shirt and you gotta just go play your thing. Like, so I don't really know anybody that's there.
You emptying your spit valve and it's cognac coming out.
Like, I don't know nobody who, like, is a functioning alcoholic in classical music.
Remember that time we was at that concert and that person, and we was in the concert hall and they had a paper bag with that hard liquor in it in the concert? I ain't talked to that person in years, but that was crazy.
But that person struggles or struggled. Are we talking about the same person? We can't say the instrument because
and also I hope you're talking about the same person. There's two people that did that.
We'll offline.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, cause like we was in a situation where it's like people had been drinking before, like the night before, or like would be drinking after the concert. You know, like we were saying, people go out after the concert. But like there's some people that take things a little bit too far, and this person was like, "Yeah, how we got?" And we was looking like, "Oh,"
especially like we're the professional thing. Like
we're about to play in the concert hall right now. Like,
and also like the people I know be too serious. Like it can give a little heat and a little hot, but like when we on stage, like it's time to do what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, I know who you talk. We talk about two different people.
Dang.
See, that's a problem. Yeah, we talking about two different people. Yeah, it's a problem. Wake that up. Dang, what we supposed to do?
Well, if you or anyone you know are struggling with alcohol, I was playing. Well, I'm not playing. Yeah. You could put it in the description box, actually.
Yeah, let me
give you a number to reach out to. I'm here for you, girl. Talk to me. Slide in my DMs. We're gonna talk it out. We can talk about a bunch of stuff.
Because it's just really hard once you get that monkey on your back. It's just really hard. Like, it's really sad. And just some of the stuff I've heard, like what people dealing with, it's just better to catch it early. You know, so.
I mean, I've had friends in the past. I'm like, ooh, you scaring me, girl.
Yeah, like hopefully, and please, if you finna don't do about no damn excerpts. Like, you know, like, I'm not doing well in my thing. Like, you know, like, what you said in that one episode?
Girl, I don't know.
It was like, somebody was like, y'all should put that on a sticker. Oh, he was like, it's Brahms, it's not that serious, or something like that. It's Brahms, it's not that serious. Like, don't let that get you down.
Like, there's plenty of other stuff to get you down. Don't let it be this.
I was trying to do a little. But okay. Not as plenty of other stuff to get you down. Damn.
No, in the sense that. What I meant was, yeah, you ready to move on?
Sure.
All right, y'all, time for Black Excellence, where we hype you up, gas you up, and give you your props because there's room for everyone at the top. Who are you talking about, Dalanie?
All right, this week I am talking about Dr. Matthew D. Morrison. He is the associate professor of recorded music of music at the Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music at NYU. He holds a PhD in musicology from Columbia University, a master's in musicology from the Catholic University of America, and he was also a presidential music scholar at Morehouse College, where he studied violin and conducting. He recently had a book come out last year about, you know, Black music, and I still need to get that book. There's so many books to get, but we're mutuals on Twitter, so I was like, you know, I don't think you've been in Black Excellence before, and He's T. So yeah, he's also been a research fellow in the Modern Moves Research Project at King's College in London. He's held fellowships with institutions such as Harvard University, the American Musicological Society, the Op-Ed Project, the American Council of Learned Societies, the Mellon Foundation, Library of Congress, Tanglewood, Center of Popular Music, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, it's giving very much roll out the red carpet, like when he pull up. Exactly. So yeah, I would link his bio in the description so that, you know, y'all can read more about him. Y'all can buy his book, Black Sound: Making Race in Popular Music in the United States. And yeah, shout out to him. Peace.
Period. There was this piece by Rhoda that just came to mind, but I can't find the name of it. That piece is so...
Rhoda.
You know Rhoda? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think he wrote it like a bass or something, so that's why I know the name.
God, that piece is so good. I was gonna pick something else. So I'll just say that. Nights in the Garden of Spain. That piece is so...
Nights in the Garden of Spain.
Who wrote that piece? I gotta listen to it.
We gotta bring back the Piece of the Week playlist. I did not know people was adding to that.
Oh, Defia. That's right. Nights in the Gardens of Spain by Defia. This piece is so tea. Anyway, thank you for listening to Classically Black Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Woo, child. At Classically Black Podcast. Join us in the Ebony Tower. That's patreon.com/Classically Black Podcast. Thank you for listening. We will catch you in the next one.
Bye, y'all.
Arrivederci.